I'm Garrett Cundiff. I'm going to give you a presentation on what separates great leaders from good leaders. The big question is, what makes a leader great? Good leaders become great when they can capture their internal values and objective elements. In our society today, I feel we have lost the quality of leadership. There's leadership in every corner of our lives. As kids, we look to the football field, the classroom, the youth leader, and our parents. As adults, we look at our bosses, management, celebrities, politicians. Many of which can be good leaders, but are they great? Will they be remembered as a positive impact in our lives? So we're going to discuss what actually dissects leadership into making a leader from good to great and the transformation that it intakes. First big question is, are leaders made or born? I believe leadership is taught. Sure, we might all have different natural skill sets and personality traits, but leadership is inside all of us. And it's how we harness those inner skills and develop them that brings out our greatness. Every human being is different. We possess our own uniqueness and allows us to strive in different areas. Each natural strength is inside all of us and developed properly can be used to our advantage. Morris Buckingham wrote a book called Stand Out 2.0. In this book, he talks about how everybody's strongest traits are invisible to themselves. And so he's discovered an assessment. After writing his book, he made the assessment. And the idea is to find your 2 strongest traits and how to use those traits to develop your own personal greatness by using the method with your natural skills that makes it come natural to you and easy for you. For example, I took the assessment myself, and my top 2 traits was teacher and pioneer. When you have discovered your own inner strengths, you can begin developing, letting your true colors shine. Letting your true colors shine will allow you to make a more effective impact on others, which in turn will gain you more respect from your followers. As you are developing your leadership, it is important to remember who you are. Even in our dream job position, we will struggle, you'll run into obstacles, and maybe even fail. It's at these moments by developing your strengths will help you develop your greatness as a leader. So within a leader, being great comes being remarkable. What makes us remarkable are those skills at which we truly excel. Remarkable leaders will be seen by others, and as others start seeing you, they'll be coming to you for direction and questions. An important skill for greatness is effective communication. Communicating just isn't about the ability to step in front of a crowd of people and give a speech over a presentation, a vision, or a plan. It's about reaching down to your followers' level and being able to communicate with your peers. To be a great leader, at times you will need to get on your followers' level. Make a connection with them to find common ground of their standing. As a leader, when you make common ground, you're communicating and forming a community based on common meaning. Finding common ground with your followers makes them more comfortable and strengthens relationships. Being a great leader is being able to relate. Remember where you come from, and don't be afraid to walk the same floors as your followers do. Getting down in the dirt, you might say. Also, when given time to listen to others, ideas and concerns shows character, and in turn gains you respect. In a recent class I took at NSU, I read something in the text that stated that communication is 75% listening and 25% speaking. And that message right there just really stuck with me. To be a great leader, an important factor to lead in the right path is to know and understand your followers. The most effective way to do that is to listen to them. While communicating regularly with others, you'll begin developing deeper relationships. It is the connectedness that fuels your people to continue with your program. As you continue developing your leadership, there's some things to keep in mind. In history, there's never been a time when something great happened overnight. It has all been days at work in progress. You'll learn that the same goes for your own personal development. If you continually invest in your leadership development, letting your assets compound, the inevitable result is growth over time. Great leadership develops daily. It's a continual growth that must be constantly fed. This is referred to as the law of process. as you become a leader, you're accountable for more on your plate. You accumulate more on your plate, I'm sorry. You are now held accountable for your personal behavior and actions. Your actions will reflect on the rest of your followers. It's up to you whether those reflections are positive or negative. Your attitude affects your choices and how those choices affect your behavior. You create the culture of these behaviors in which others reflect on. Building a prestige or charisma will influence and inspire others. Motivation is self-driven. But if you inspire, they will follow. You must make an impactful influence. That's the most important thing when being a leader. If you would not be forgotten as soon as you're dead, either write something worth doing or do something worth writing. So in conclusion, each and every one of us has the ability to be a leader, but it's how we harness our inner strengths and develop those skills that brings it out in the light. Continual growth builds greatness. Our constant drive to do better in all that we do motivates others to do the same. Remember not to be afraid of change. Great leaders are innovative rather than sticking to the status quo. Be remarkable, impactful, accountable, and that alone will push your pursuit towards greatness. Reviewing what I learned, great leaders know that where they come from. They know how hard the work was to get to where they are. And always lift others up and do your absolute best not to look down on your peers because you were once at their level. And then my references for my research.